Hello, everyone. Okay, so the full moon was in the horizon and it was huge. So instead of grabbing the 400 millimeter, I grabbed the Z52 with 180 to 600 millimeters. And I've been doing moon shots all week, waiting for the full this moon, and it finally showed up. I get a little sidetracked because I'm taking care of my neighbor's dogs, talking to neighbors, things are going on. So let's take a look at this right here. Let me go to preview. That's up. Let me go to the new scene right here. And I am going to move myself over here. Okay. Put it like right here. All right. Because I'm going to describe what you're seeing. So the basic stuff is 6.3 because that's the uh, lowest aperture at 600 millimeters. Okay. So when you get the Z52, it's a 1.5 crop. So you're getting like an 800, no, a 900 millimeters. Okay. On these pictures. That's why I got the Z52 with that lens, is because I got that 1.5 crop. If not, you put the Z8 in that crop and you get the same one, same megapixels, all that stuff. So I rather have the Z8 on the 400 f2.8, and then I can still crop it, and it'll get to 600 millimeters. But uh, I would rather have the Z8 for like wildlife than the Z52, like for landscapes or moon shots like this. So it's usually 1/800th of a shutter speed, 6.3. It's at 900 millimeters. And am I missing anything else? Oh, and the ISO is at, I think 100. Yeah. So I put it at 100, thinking, that should be bright enough. Well, I was wrong. So then I moved it up to 125 to 160. So it's looking better. Okay. And then at 200, and I says, now that's looking pretty sharp. So that one in 160, I would be happy with. And the way you do is oh, I meant to do this. Sorry about that. And remove it one. So you see, but what I've noticed is it's not as sharp, okay, as some of the other lenses I've used. And I'm trying to figure out if it was from the Z52 or the lens itself. And I'll show you why. So at 200 millimeters, I'll try to center it right here. Okay, that looks a lot better. All right. Remember, this was over here when I first started doing it earlier this week. Now it's over here on the right hand side. But as you can see, perfect circle, full moon. And then the next shot, I was at 200 millimeters again, but then this time I went to 250. And, I'm trying to work up to 320. Okay. That's usually the magic number. But it's so big and so bright, you may not need 320. That's what I'm saying, on the ISO. So if I bring it up, and I am in the neutral color, I believe, not the black and white. All right. So that's looking sharp also, but some people may prefer the darker one. All right. It's just different people, different strokes for different folks. Okay. And then, of course, I went to 320. And this is the one that I've been sticking with um, all week long. You see, that's not bad. It's not over bright, whatever. But you got to try other things. You got to try different shutter speeds. You got to get your niche on what you want to see most. So the next shot, this is now at 1000 of a shutter speed at 320 ISO. So I put it at 1000 and I darkened it up a little bit. And that looks like a perfect shot right there, folks. But you know me, I got to test the boundaries. So I then went to 250. So it's a little bit darker. And, back and forth, it's yours. Some people like it brighter, some darker, some want a little color in it. To each his own. And then, of course, I went to 200. That's a 160, so it's real dark. 125. And that one's out of focus. And that one's out of focus at 100. So 125, 100, it just wasn't working out. And that's it. So I think 200 is good at 1000 of a shutter speed. ISO 200 at 900 millimeters. Now, what do you think? You like another one? Write it down in the comments. Rewatch this video and tell me the ones that you like the best. So thank you for watching. I will now do this. I will make this a full screen after I do this right there. Everything looking good. So if I go back to the full screen, I'll just say thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. And I left the mic on this time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.